This June, one of the year's most critically acclaimed films is coming home. A touching story of romantic awakenings and sisterly rivalry set in 1950s Louisiana. The Man in the Moon. Then, get ready to watch your video sales get all shook up when we uncover two all-new to video gems featuring the King in our always popular Elvis Collection. And we're leading the way to sell-through success as we pay tribute to some of the all-time top male stars with our action-packed Leading Men 3 collection. Plus, we're spotlighting one of the great ladies of the silver screen, whose legendary career inspires video collectors everywhere, with 10 new releases in our Joan Crawford collection. This summer, to get the leading edge, get in line with the leader in quality home entertainment. MGM UA Home Video.
You remember when we were little and Mama used to tell us when things get all mixed up, all you have to do is tell the Man in the Moon? Yeah.
Well, you just gonna stand there all day or what?
Come up and jump with me.
All right.
A poignant, bittersweet tale of the magic of your first true love is coming home as MGM UA Home Video proudly presents Sam Waterston, Tess Harper, and newcomer Reese Witherspoon in the heartwarming story of a young girl's romantic awakenings in rural Louisiana in the 50s that the LA Times called one of the year's 10 best. The Man in the Moon.
Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right with you. That's all right, Mama. Just any way you do it, that's all right. That's all right.
Remember when you couldn't wait for your life to begin? And then, one day, it did.
Who the hell do you think you are?
This is the Foster place, so if your name isn't Foster...
Oh, well, it just so happens that it is.
All right, come on down here. Let Matt and Abby get a look at you. They haven't seen you since you was in diapers.
What's it like to kiss a boy? Come here. Come on. Okay. Now you kind of open your mouth just a little.
Have you ever been kissed before?
I'm not a little girl.
You are too, Danny. You're a little girl and you don't know what you're doing.
Daddy! Daddy!
I like that boy, Maurice, a lot, don't you? But you know you're not old enough to date.
If I were just a little bit older, I could do everything.
14-year-old Danny has always shared everything with her older sister, Maureen. But when handsome Court Foster moves in next door, camaraderie turns to rivalry, and with love comes heartache.
You're welcome to stay for supper if you'd like. Isn't he, Danny? Sure.
When tragedy strikes, both sisters learn that the strength of their bond is the only thing that will keep their hearts from breaking. In the movie that Los Angeles Magazine declared a miracle, the finest coming-of-age story since Breaking Away.
What do you want from me?
I don't know.
I don't know either, and it's bothering me.
Well, it's bothering me too, believe me.
The Man in the Moon features an outstanding cast, including 2 Oscar nominees. Sam Waterston of The Killing Fields.
You're responsible for my daughter for the next 5 hours and 7 minutes.
You don't have a thing to worry about, Mr. Trent.
Then neither will you.
And Tess Harper of Crimes of the Heart.
You're not frightened, are you?
No, Mama.
As well as refreshing young talent Jason London, Emily Warfield, and an impressive and touching performance by newcomer Reese Witherspoon.
You never give an inch, do you?
No.
Good. I like that.
Directed by Robert Mulligan, whose credits include the Oscar-winning classics To Kill a Mockingbird and Summer of '42, The Man in the Moon was one of 1991's most critically acclaimed films, receiving 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up from Siskel and Ebert, and was hailed all over as terrific, something quite special, and a great movie.
I love you, Court.
Don't love me now, when things are so mixed up.
MGM UA Home Video will be promoting The Man in the Moon with a high-profile pre- and post-street national TV campaign that will increase customer awareness.
Used to be she was too little. Now she's too big. I guess she passed up just right when nobody was looking.
And to maximize rental potential, we are providing eye-catching POP, including elegant posters and an outstanding in-store standee, as well as a special offering of a 9-minute promotional in-store loop designed to pique customers' interest.
Daddy, the hospital called Mama's having the baby.
All right, I'm on my way.
Plus, to further ensure that The Man in the Moon reaches the highest rental sales possible, we're guaranteeing you no pay-per-view until August 16th, 1992, and no pay TV until October 4th, 1992.
I love you.
I love you too.
We're confident that The Man in the Moon will be a top rental performer at your store. But don't take our word for it. Listen to what fellow video retailers have to say about The Man in the Moon. This film is a definite winner. The cast is uniformly excellent, with Reese Witherspoon outstanding as a major new talent. The Man in the Moon is a great title for home video, a film the whole family can watch together. Great performances, a terrific script, a totally unexpected pleasure. It's simply the best coming-of-age movie in recent memory. Excellent drama. The Man in the Moon is a heartwarming movie that will rent and keep renting. It's a must-see. We couldn't agree more, so don't be left out. Give your customers the chance to reach for the moon and take home the film that Siskel and Ebert praised as one of the most heartwarming movies of the year.
I think he's right.
Be sure to order this finely crafted and superbly acted tale of first love, the critically applauded and endearing The Man in the Moon. Only from MGM UA Home Video. Also available on Laserdisc.
This month, get ready to shake up your video sales with the king of rock and roll, Elvis. That's right, just when you thought you'd seen and heard everything about Elvis Presley, we one-up the competition with Elvis, The Lost Performances, a brand new collection of never-before-seen footage from the king. Plus, we're offering for the first time a new colorized version of Jailhouse Rock, one of Presley's most popular films. And it's time to get all shook up all over again with 18 other classic Elvis films, now available for a limited time only with special discounts, guaranteeing there'll be a whole lot of selling going on at your registers. This collection is no hound dog, so take a seat for a front row view of Elvis. Elvis fans can now experience the thrill of sharing more treasured moments with the king with this fabulous collection of special performances, footage that has never been seen by anyone before, recently discovered and carefully compiled, and now available for the first time ever for fans and collectors everywhere to enjoy. These unique moments include live performances from 1970 and 1972, featuring Presley singing such hits as Heartbreak Hotel,
Just take a walk down the street to Heartbreak Hotel.
Hound Dog,
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time.
All Shook Up, and many more, as well as rare rehearsal footage shot in 1970 on the MGM lot. This compilation of all new exciting glimpses of the king in action is a must. Everyone will want to own Elvis, The Lost Performances.
I think I'm gonna just hate you.
You ain't gonna hate me. I ain't gonna let you hate me.
The first film to pull out all the stops and let new swinging sensation Elvis show his stuff is now hotter than ever in an all-new colorized version that brings the king vividly to life. Available for the first time ever on home video. Elvis stars as a man sent to prison for accidentally killing a barroom bully. He learns music in jail, sings up a storm, and becomes a big-time record mogul. This ever-popular Elvis film features classic Lieber and Stoller tunes, including Treat Me Nice and the title song, Jailhouse Rock.
Number 47 said to number 3, you were the cutest jailbird I ever did see.
This film is the one that proves no one can rock a house, even a jailhouse, like Elvis. Jailhouse Rock. And to make sure your video sales don't check into Heartbreak Hotel, check out these other Elvis showstoppers, such as Kissin' Cousins, Girl Happy, Spin Out, The Trouble with Girls, Stay Away Joe, Live a Little, Love a Little, and many more. All only $19.98 each, making these always desirable titles as popular as ever with your customers and proving that Elvis truly lives on home video. This one's guaranteed to cause a major sales sensation, so stock up early. Don't be cruel. Treat your customers and your video sales nice with the Elvis Collection. From the company that's always got a whole lot of strong sell-through shaking going on. MGM UA Home Video. They're tough.
Beat it.
They're tender.
I feel true love for you, lady.
And they're tops at the box office and with video collectors everywhere.
Why don't you just come right out and say it?
They're among some of the most popular male stars in motion picture history. And they're all here in our 14-title Leading Men 3 collection.
I suspected something, but not that.
We're featuring 9 new-to-video releases, collectively priced, plus 5 newly repackaged, repriced favorites. With stars like Marlon Brando, Orson Welles, Paul Newman, Burt Lancaster, Warren Beatty, and James Cagney in stories of drama, adventure, and passion. So join us for a view of these leading men in action.
My goodness, you can't just go somewhere.
You want me or don't you?
Warren Beatty is a drifter, idolized by his younger brother.
Man, this is living.
Carl Malden and Angela Lansbury are the parents struggling to understand their children. And Oscar winner Eva Marie Saint is the houseguest who turns their home into a hotbed of passion in this tragic comic tale adapted for the screen by Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright William Inge. All Fall Down.
Seems like everybody around here is stealing from everybody else.
All-time screen hero Alan Ladd, Academy Award winner Ernest Borgnine, and the exotic Cady Jurado star in the spellbinding tale of 2 ex-convicts out to pull one last heist. Action, suspense, humor, and romance all blend together in this explosive Western retelling of the asphalt jungle, the Badlanders.
You're not young and 30 if you've been on a party since you were 15.
Itinerant guitar player Marlon Brando wanders into a small southern town, wooing 2 of its women, Oscar-winning actresses Anna Magnani and Joanne Woodward, and igniting fires of hatred in the screen adaptation of Tennessee Williams' classic play, Orpheus Descending, The Fugitive Kind.
You men, and you alone, have stopped the greatest overwater offensive in history.
James Cagney gives a remarkable performance as the legendary Admiral William F. Bull Halsey, courageous commander of the U.S. Naval Forces in the South Pacific during World War II, in the stirring screen biography of a great American hero, directed by former leading man Robert Montgomery, The Gallant Hours.
I welcome you to Sweden. Thank you very much, sir. I'm very happy to be here. I think.
Paul Newman is in Stockholm for the Nobel Prize ceremonies. Edward G. Robinson is there for nefarious reasons. And before Newman knows what he's gotten into, he's in way over his head. Leo G. Carroll of The Man from U.N.C.L.E., an Elkie Summer co-star in the suspense thriller, the prize.
You know where she is. I'm sure you know.
That's just it. I don't know. You and I will have to find out what's happened to her.
In bomb-scarred post-World War II Berlin, American GI Montgomery Clift befriends a terrified German orphan in an unforgettable story of camaraderie and compassion.
Sentimental sucker, the first kid that comes along and looks at you with his big blue eyes.
All right. I'm a sucker.
Directed by two-time Academy Award winner Fred Zinnemann, co-starring Yvonne Yandel, who won a special juvenile Oscar for his touching portrayal in The Search.
It's wonderful when you're young, isn't it? And everything is so important.
20 years after everyone thought he died in the war, Orson Welles returns home to discover his wife has remarried, and he has a son. Claudette Colbert, George Brent, and a young Natalie Wood co-star in the poignant family drama, Tomorrow is Forever.
Colonel, what can you gain by the death of one old man? What he did can make no difference. The train will go on. You have the authority. You can stop it.
Burt Lancaster, Jean Moreau, and Paul Scofield had an extraordinary international cast in the Academy Award-winning screenplay set in World War II-era France. And based on a true story of art smuggling, personal commitment, and Nazi resistance, the timely thriller, The Train.
I mean, this is England. You don't get arrested or convicted for something you haven't done.
We try not to make a habit of it.
Charles Laughton, Tyrone Power, Marlena Dietrich, and Elsa Lanchester star in an Agatha Christie courtroom drama of a man accused of murder by his own wife.
The question is, Frau Helm, were you lying then? Are you lying now? Or are you not, in fact, a chronic and habitual liar?
Directed by the incomparable Billy Wilder, this suspense-filled masterpiece received 6 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture. Witness for the prosecution. And when you let MGM UA Home Video lead the way, the hits just keep on coming. We've repackaged and repriced 5 other top leading men's sales leaders, such as The Cincinnati Kid, The Formula, and Night of the Hunter. Don't forget to stock these previously released leading men, including The Bad and the Beautiful and Last Tango in Paris, as well as Some Came Running and Prisoner of Zenda, each priced to please.
Very simple, it's like stealing from yourself.
And what would a leading man be without a leading lady? Be sure to stock up from our selection of 41 leading ladies classics like Mildred Pierce, Pat and Mike, Queen Christina, and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, as well as The Night of the Iguana and The Postman Always Rings Twice, all at a collectively low price.
Oh, now, sir, that's real snaky.
Giving you an incredible opportunity to lead the way to record video sales this June, only from the leading name in entertainment, MGM UA Home Video.
Good luck.
And it's my life, and I'll live it the way I want, upside down, catty-corner, or sliding down a pole.
In a career that spanned nearly 5 decades and included 3 Best Actress Oscar nominations, she became the personification of Hollywood glamour.
Like a thoroughbred.
The queen of the movie box office.
Thank you.
And the living definition of the word star.
Perfect little lady.
Now, MGM UA Home Video is proud to pay tribute to one of the most enduring, alluring lights in the cinema firmament.
This is terribly embarrassing.
Joan Crawford, with 24 of her greatest hits.
25.
No, 24, including 10 titles available for the first time ever on home video. Joan Crawford is the kind of star every serious video patron clamors to collect. There's something for everyone, and at a price of just $19.98 each.
So that's the bright idea, is it?
Everyone can afford to have this legend in their library of motion picture classics. Won't you join us for a look at the career of one of the all-time great movie stars, Miss Joan Crawford?
For 2 weeks, I'm on top of the world. For 2 weeks, I'm a lady.
Joan poses as a lady of wealth at a watering hole of the rich and famous.
Oh, it's wonderful to live like this.
And learns that true love is neither a matter of common sense nor of dollars and cents. Robert Young, Billy Burke, and Crawford's then husband Franchot Tone co-star in the delightful romantic comedy, The Bride Wore Red.
I won't be run out of town this way. I'm going to stay here and get another job, any kind of a job. I'm going to stay here if it kills me.
Joan is a hard-as-nails carnival dancer who's working her way up the ladder in life, one man at a time, in a memorable melodrama with Zachary Scott and Sidney Greenstreet.
You got a nice town, Miss Bellamy. We aim to keep it that way.
The flaming hot Flamingo Road.
You're an idiot. Spoiled, silly brat that needs a hairbrush every now and then.
Crawford thinks she's in love with Robert Montgomery.
There'll never be anyone else for her.
Clark Gable secretly loves Joan.
No.
At every angle in this classic romantic triangle leads to laughs.
You wouldn't dare.
No, wouldn't I?
Hey,
yeah.
As Crawford's comedic talent shine in the box office riot, forsaking all others.
What's the matter with you? Look at the chance I'm taking
Look
here.
at the chance I'm taking.
Yeah, look at the chance she's taking.
A star-studded cast surrounds Miss Crawford in this historically based tale of political ambition, intrigue, and scandal. Robert Taylor, Lionel Barrymore, Melvin Douglas, James Stewart, and an Oscar-nominated performance by Beulah Bondi.
There, honey, ain't a party dress. You gotta wear it morning, noon, and night.
Are featured in this sizzling costume drama, The Gorgeous Hussy.
I came all the way from Greece to see you. I was an idiot.
Joan's already engaged to a wealthy, stuffy playboy when she meets a fun-loving but flat-broke archaeologist.
Oh, you're the nicest archaeologist I've ever met.
Will she choose high society or high romance? Brian Ahern, Frank Morgan,
Well, I'll see you in church.
Hedda Hopper, and the perfect butler, Arthur Treacher, co-star in I Live My Life.
Charles and I, in our humble way, have tried to live up to the highest tradition of our profession.
Crawford is a crafty jewel thief infiltrating upper-crust British society, and ultra-suave William Powell is her clever cohort.
I'm a man who just loves his work.
Together, they're plotting a huge heist in a spirited screwball comedy, also starring Robert Montgomery, Frank Morgan, and Nigel Bruce, the last of Mrs. Cheney.
It has a funny effect on you, love has it. It makes you want to give and not take.
Joan Crawford and the great Spencer Tracy only co-starred once. And wait till you see the romantic sparks fly in the story of a struggling working girl.
Haven't you ever been in any trouble?
Plenty.
And a lonely shipping magnate whose star-crossed love threatens her reputation and his fortune. Featuring the Academy Award-nominated song, Always and Always. It's the high-gloss romantic melodrama, Mannequin.
This is a real world we're living in, not just a popular song.
Crawford portrays a brassy nightclub singer.
Tell that to the boys behind the barn.
Married to debonair Melvin Douglas and pursued by her brother-in-law, Robert Young. In an emotion-packed story of four people caught up in a web of frustrated passions. Co-starring Margaret Sullivan and Oscar winners Hattie McDaniel and Faye Bainter.
Does she love you, Henry? Tell me, does she love you?
She's my wife.
In the shimmering drama, The Shining Hour.
She's gone absolutely nutty. I'm afraid it isn't a spiritual thing.
Joan takes humor to celestial heights as Susan, a wealthy socialite who drives her friends and family loony when she finds God and insists on sharing her discovery with the world in the serio-comic George Cukor classic from a hit Broadway play. Frederick March co-stars as the not-so-long-suffering husband.
Never knew you, Susan. You look like a shining angel.
Along with Rita Hayworth, Nigel Bruce, and Marjorie Main in Susan and God.
Suppose the great thing does happen to come along. Suppose that thing is forbidden.
Oscar winner Crawford co-stars with Oscar winner Greer Garson as rivals for the same man in a witty tale of tangled romance.
Well, I wanted you two to meet. You've got a lot in common.
Herbert Marshall is the object of both women's affections, and Robert Taylor only has eyes for Joan.
Yeah. She's a lady. A perfect lady.
Oh, well, bring her in anyway.
In When Ladies Meet.
I wouldn't think of breaking up the party.
These 10 new-to-video titles are joined by 14 proven audience favorites, including A Woman's Face and Grand Hotel, as well as The Women and Mildred Pierce, all for only $19.98 each.
Are you kidding?
From comedy to melodrama.
Are you?
From mystery to romance.
I'm not that lost.
Joan Crawford did it all.
You gotta be able to sing and dance and act.
And all the films in this collection present her at her glorious, glamorous best. From the home of the stars, MGM UA Home Video. This June, to take home a lion's share of video profits, get the entertainment your customers will take to. Heartfelt drama, Elvis excitement, legendary star power, and a bold lineup of leading men. Take the lead with MGM UA Home Video.